welcome back. Today I thought I would do an original tag video. I thought it would be a lot of fun to do one around Halloween since it is just around the corner, and I personally love Halloween. Even though, as you know, I am such a baby when it comes to anything scary, I still really love Halloween. I think it's a lot of fun to kind of dress up, and I absolutely love Halloween movies, as long as it's not horror or too scary of a thriller. I love Disney Halloween movies, so the really fun, cutesy kids Halloween movies. So I thought it would be a lot of fun to do a spooky movie book tag. I haven't seen this tag yet where you use like Halloween movies, and if this tag already does exist, I am very sorry, but I looked around and I didn't see one yet. I was able to come up with 12 questions. 10 of them are using movies and 2 of them are bonus questions. So let's get started. Question number 1, Hocus Pocus. Pick your favorite classic spooky book. Even though this movie was made in the early 1990s, to me it is still kind of a classic. It is one of those Halloween movies that everyone has watched, and it is always on replay during this time of year. I am going with Dracula by Bram Stoker. Now, I haven't actually read this book yet, but I know the story of Dracula, and actually my favorite kind of Halloween creature are vampires, so I felt like it was really appropriate to use Dracula for this question. Question number 2, Halloween. What is your perfect Halloween book? For me, I'm gonna go with the Goosebump series by R.L. Stine. These books are like creepy and spooky. When I was a kid, they really creeped me out. But the series about the mask one, I believe there were 2 that came out, like the Haunted Mask or something. Those were so freaky. Oh my god, so freaky. And it's very appropriate since it's, you know, about Halloween. Question 3, Halloween Town. A book with witches. For this, I'm going with Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins. This book is about a young girl, and she does learn that she is a witch, and she gets herself into a little bit of trouble, so she gets sent to kind of a reform boarding school for creatures like shapeshifters, fairies, I believe vampires, witches, all of those Halloween type creatures. Question 4, Halloween Town 2, Kalabar's Revenge. A series where the sequel was spookier than the first. For this, I'm going with the Unbecoming of Myra Dyer trilogy by Michelle Hodkin. I actually thought that the evolution of Myra Dyer got a little bit spookier than the first. If I remember correctly, in the second one, we know that it's actually Mara who's going crazy, and to me that concept just freaks me out even more. Question 5, Casper. Pick a book with ghosts. For this, I'm going with The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. It's about this young 14-year-old girl, and she gets murdered, and we kind of follow her as she's a ghost, or she's like in between earth and heaven, and she's trying to help her family discover who her murderer is. There are a few scenes in that book where I really couldn't handle it. There's some graphic scenes, and I don't know, to me that's like really scary. Question 6, Scream. Pick a book that terrorized you. If you've seen any of my other videos, you will know that this comes as no surprise. That is It by Stephen King. I tried reading this a long time ago, and it freaked me out. I didn't finish it. Like, I still remember specific scenes from that book vividly, and to this day it just really scares me. And I actually remember not too long ago, a few of my friends wanted to watch the movie, and I couldn't do it. I was like, I tried reading the book. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get through the movie. Like, that's ridiculous. It's gonna give me even more nightmares. Question 7, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Pick a spooky book with an eclectic group of characters. For this, I'm going with Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. This book is about a young boy, Jacob, and he goes through a tragedy. So he goes to this mysterious island that his grandfather had told him about as he was younger, like stories his grandfather was telling him about, and he meets a group of peculiar children who aren't exactly what they seem. They have interesting abilities, and just the concept of the story is really interesting and really unique. Question 8, The Addams Family. Pick a spooky book that is family friendly. For this, I have to go with the obvious, and that is Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. This series to me is for all ages. It does have some darker moments that are pretty spooky, so kind of, you know, sticking with Halloween here. And there are witches and ghosts and different types of creatures, stuff like that. But it's also family friendly. Question 9, Beetlejuice. A spooky book that you have read more than once. For this, I'm going with Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. This is a collection of 5 short graphic novels that are spooky and creepy and eerie and perfect time to read during Halloween. It's really short. Pictures are amazing. There's not that many words, a lot of pictures. A few pictures don't even have words. Like this picture doesn't even have words. So it's definitely easy to get through. I have read this book multiple times. I think each time I've read it is around October. And question 10, Tower of Terror. Pick a spooky book with a roller coaster of emotions. For this, I'm going with the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I really love this series. I don't know why I didn't mention it in my Halloween recommendations, but it's definitely a good one to recommend. There are 3 different types of vampires, which is what makes this book so unique. Those that are half human, half vampires, and there are the good vampires, then there are the bad vampires that can only come out at night and have to, you know, drink blood, and, you know, kind of like are the monster type vampires that like rip things apart. I really like this series because it's got a little bit of romance, it's got a little bit of like some gruesome parts, it's got the vampires that I really like, and it's just a whole bunch of different emotions put into one series, and I really love that series. Next is bonus question number 1. What is your favorite Halloween movie? Of course, I love Hocus Pocus. It is just one of those, personally for me, it's like one of those classic Halloween movies that everyone has seen and everyone knows about. I don't know many people that haven't seen Hocus Pocus. And the last bonus question, what is your Halloween costume? I actually have 2 Halloween costumes. My work is doing a Halloween theme, and we're doing Despicable Me, so I'm going to be a minion at work on Halloween day, which Monday for us, and the day, you know, the weekend before Halloween, my husband and I are going to a Halloween party, and I've got 2 costumes to choose from. I'm either thinking of going with Daisy from The Great Gatsby or Cruella de Vil. I have both costumes, so I just need to decide which one I want to wear. I think I'm leaning more towards Cruella de Vil because I think it's going to be a lot more fun to kind of dress up. But I also like the outfit that I have for Daisy, so I'm kind of torn right now. Comment down below, let me know which costume you think would be a lot more fun to be. Alright guys, well that is it for this book tag. I hope you enjoyed it, and please feel free to do this tag. I'm going to tag a few people down below and via Twitter, but I would love for anyone to do this tag and say that I tagged you, and leave me a comment with a link to the video because I would love to see it. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time in another video. Bye!